Hi everyone, this is Darren Hunter from Inspired Growth Training, and we have Deniz Yusuf.
Hey everyone.
Also have Jess Clarke today with our podcast, PM Growth Experts. We have Jess Clarke all the way from Brisbane. Thank you so much for your time today, Jess.
You're welcome.
And before we get into Jess and the amazing results that she has achieved as a business development manager and signing up so much new business in property management, I just want to give a quick shout out to another one of our exclusive partners, which is Inspection Manager. Now, certainly Inspection Manager is the most popular, most well-used inspection app in Australia right now. But for you Americans, I need you to listen very, very carefully. I know that you've had app companies come over to your conferences and you felt that that's probably the only ones available. I'm not going to say the names. They are Australian brands, but you probably haven't seen the very best that's available. So I really encourage, particularly the Americans, go to inspectionmanager.com.au, organize a demo and have a look at what the apps can do. Certainly if you're not using Inspection Manager, my property manager sends me my routine inspections. With Inspection Manager templates, I can find what I want really quickly. I can see what maintenance I need to do, and then I can get on with my day. So let's move on. Deniz, over to you.
Yeah, look, just to add to that, it's a really good script when you're talking to an owner, Darren, about, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Not only do we have a detailed report when we're doing routines, we actually take photographic evidence, and that is part of our reports for you when we're doing those routines or those ingoings.
Print it off, guys. Print off a good-looking routine inspection. Take off the privacy details so no one can be identified. Print it off. Put it in your listing kit and show owners how you do your routine inspections. As I promise you, your competitors are simply not doing that. They're just telling them what they do. You can show them what you do and impress them with your Inspection Manager or your inspection app, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, spot on. It's not just about writing clean and tidy room. It's actually having that photographic evidence and impressing those clients before you've signed them up. So, huge point of difference. And as you know, I'm all about using whatever services that you can and systems that you've got in your office that helps you win business faster. So, Jess, you've been in real estate for quite a while. How long did you say you've been in real estate for?
It's been 13 years.
13 years. That's longer than me. Okay.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah, so you've been in real estate longer than me. So congratulations for that.
Wow.
Now, Jess, before we go on, you were training as an Olympic athlete in sprinting, right? And
I was.
And you had an injury, so they did force you out for contention, which was a bit of a downer, but you come from a very competitive background. And what can I say? That's really helped you where you are today?
It has. And I will quickly say that having that competitive background has definitely helped me go up against other agents. So it's definitely been a help.
Next time I'm in Brisbane, we're going to have to check this competitive spirit out against me, Jess, because I haven't found
We'll have a race.
No, we won't have a race.
I've still got it.
As long as I have 100 metres start on a 100-metre race. Okay, you can do the hurdles and I'll just run. Okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
So, Jess, why did you join real estate? Obviously, you were, an athlete, etc. But real estate. Why? What drew you to real estate?
I think at the time of getting into real estate, I had a lot of friends, or I surrounded myself with a number of people that were in real estate, and I really enjoyed the things that they got to do, the people that they got to interact with. And that really sort of intrigued me, that on a daily basis I could be interacting with a whole variety of people. So at the time I was incredibly shy. So I thought this is going to be a really good way to come out of that shell. And I actually did a sales traineeship with a brand. So that's how I got into it, which was a nice little eye-opener.
Yeah, okay. That I remember you did tell me that you did sales. We obviously had met at a Geared for Growth event in Brisbane last year, and
Yes.
you were you were asking questions. I remember you came up and you asked questions, and I love that. So many people, they get scared about coming and speaking to the presenters, Darren. That they think that we're, I don't know,
I don't think that we're approachable, but I think once you get talking to us, we're very approachable.
Yep.
We're the same, we're always there to help people and help them grow.
Absolutely. So, and I remember you were asking questions, and you were doing quite well in listing, but you wanted more. So that's good. It's that eager drive, etc. So, I was in your office only a few days ago, to see Prue and the team, and it was excellent to come in and see your office. But one good thing, I'm going to ask about your area, your location, and tell us a bit about the structure of your office. Firstly, there is a good coffee shop just next door, so congratulations on that. Yeah, but tell us a little bit about your office.
The office in general, so we are located in the Bayside area of Brisbane. So our office, it is absolutely amazing. So the team that we've got here, not just with our property management staff, but our admin staff, our sales guys, it's such an amazing culture, and we're really pushing for each other to do really, really well, and we're so supportive. And you just don't find that too much in the real estate industry, where you've got such a supportive group around you. So it's really hats off to the office. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and so your area, the community, the Bayside area, is that you got more units in the area, or is it mum and dad investors, or is it what's that location like for you?
Yeah, so the general demographic over this way, it is more of your mum and dad investors. It is a very family orientated area as well. I call it my untouched piece of paradise over here, because it's well enough away from everyone, but it's attracting some really great people and great properties. We've got fantastic schools, so it's been a real draw card for investors. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So, Jess, in the last 12 months, how many properties have you listed?
Yep, I've just done a quick count on that. So in the last 12 months, it's been 263 properties in the last 12 months.
Which is just crazy. I mean, we're always hearing people saying they're listing a lot of properties, but Jess, well done to you. That's an amazing effort. It really is to get big numbers like that. So congratulations on that. And Darren, as you know, Jess was ranked in the top 10 with the McGrath Group as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, on a national stage, very quickly, you are listed as the top BDM. Was it? I think you got to the top BDM at one stage. Correct?
I did. Yeah, it was actually the first month of being with them. So
So amazing results. And for those I mean, just very quickly, I did a quick 3-minute video on the benefits of Bdm coaching, because Jess is being coached. Before she started coaching, I think your best month was 10 managements. And now you're regularly smashing 25 to 30 managements. Now, each business that you've worked with, you're just getting there because you have nailed the strategies, which we're going to talk about today. You're just doing the work, which means your results are guaranteed if you just do what you're meant to be doing. So I'm absolutely blown away. You're right up with the very, very best, where you were at 10. Now you're at 25 to 30 with that regular coaching. Well done.
Yeah, and we've got to also say that Jess also just was a finalist with Inspired Growth Training as a BDM. So congratulations on that. Yeah, I mean, there were some pretty big hitters in there. Martina Berry took the award out this year. Greg Watson just got put into the Hall of Fame, and that guy's listed some properties. And Jess, you listing 260 plus, phenomenal work. So, congratulations on that. Jess, if you were to start, let's go back, when you first started in real estate, and you're about to walk into that office for the first time, first day on the job, and in comes Jess. Jess grabs the door, holds the door closed. What question would you ask yourself? What advice would you give yourself before you walked into that door for that first day on the job?
I would honestly tell myself to be myself. That has been my number one thing that I've taken away over the years is definitely just be yourself. People want to see that. They want that real you. They don't want you to be the typical real estate agent. They want to see a real person. So I spent many years, unfortunately, trying to be someone I wasn't. And as soon as I became myself, everything changed. So that would be my number one.
Well done. That's actually surprising, a really good piece of advice. So I don't know why I was expecting something else, but I mean, you're one girl that does a lot of videos, and you've started doing videos since March last year.
I did, yes.
Really good video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that speaks volumes about, just the numbers that have improved. And that video is a great way of actually portraying the real you, who you are. So, well done on that. That's excellent. So if you were to start a rent roll from scratch, so I know that you're working for Harcourt's Living, but if you were to start your own rent roll from zero, from scratch, what would be your top 3 growth strategies that you would put in place, starting from scratch?
Definitely those videos. I think they are an incredible way of getting that attention across the board. I always do believe in the letterbox dropping and the mail out, but my number one would be those videos. They reach more eyes. People get to know you. People trust you when they can see you. And when you're telling them these things, it's not just a bit of paper. So definitely the videos would be the number one. The branding of both yourself and of the office, not just sticking to branding the office, would be my number one. I think a lot of agents are missing out on branding themselves as the expert in that industry and focus solely on the office. So I think those two, and of course your letterbox dropping, you get amongst the community, you get to talk to people, you get to see people, again, people see you. So those 3 things to increase that growth.
Can I just jump in here and ask a quick question? Jess, when you're talking about a video, what sort of a video are we talking about?
I do a lot of your information videos. I think it's really good to target the pain points of an owner and be able to be that solution, not necessarily, hey, you should come to us, we're fantastic, but give them a pain point and then give them a solution. Prove to them that you're the expert in that industry and you're there to help. Generally, you're there to help. That's what we do. So being able to put that into a video is worth.
What's a good example of one information video? And would you put that on Facebook?
Yeah, so I do one of my videos just recently. We have done the benefits of having a professional property manager, and just giving them, unfortunately, the things that can happen if not done right, and then what can be done if it's done right, and the benefits you get from that. So that I put across all social media platforms, as well as, of course, our office website.
Where's a good place that our audience can go to right now to see one of those videos? Where could they go to right now?
You can actually head straight over to my Facebook page. That's where all of my videos get loaded up to. So that's just Jessica Clarke, Harcourt's Green Living. So,
all right, so Jessica Clarke with an E on the end.
With an E on the end.
Green Living. Check it out and look under the video tab and you'll be able to see those videos in there. Thank you.
They're all there.
Yeah, that's really good. So, and look, one thing, let's talk about that reel. You're not scared to put your bloopers up there as well, which is great. Darren and I often do the same thing. We're talking about, earlier about as trainers when we're doing a keynote or whatever it is, people think that we're unapproachable, but we always post our bloopers so we can show people that we're real. We're doing it on our level, and you're not scared to do that on your level in your local community. So, well done to you. If I can just touch on the letterbox drops, so many people go, oh, they're rolling their eyes listening to this. But do you know what? Sales people are doing it because it worgoing So
it does. Everyone's still got a letterbox out the front. There's not that much that's going into the letterbox these days.
No.
You're going to stand out.
Yeah,
and of course, our American audience, Deniz, what do we say to our American audience about letterbox drops?
Yeah. You get a door hanger. Like when you're in a hotel you put the menu on the door or the do not disturb. You go get one of them, and if there's any, or get a magnet and put it on the garage door.
Our American real estate agents, are property managers over there, can they letterbox drop? No. Very, very not allowed to letterbox drop over there. So, of course, whatever we say, everybody, you got to apply it to your legislation first and apply common sense. Obviously, everything we say is not always going to apply in every country that is going to be watching this video.
That's right. So, congratulations on that, Jess. And I also love that you haven't spoken about the sales team as well as your top 3 strategies. You're not relying on the salesperson to grow the rent roll. So out of all the top BDMs that we've interviewed so far, they're not relying on the sales team. So congratulations. You've got proactive approaches there. So Jess, you turn up to work Monday morning, bank rings up, your boss, and they put you on the phone, and the boss puts the hard word on you because they actually say to you, Jess, if you don't list 5, 10 properties this week, you're losing your job. We're closing the doors. What do you do?
Cold call. Get on the phones. That is my number one. What I do is I actually have a investment health check script, and that pulls in the leads. So if I were ever told that I've got 7 days, otherwise my doors are shut, it would be get on those phones, talk to those investors, offer something, and I guarantee your doors will stay open.
So putting an incentive in place, like having an offer. So what are some examples of people that you might call? So you've mentioned investors. So your current owners, or who will you be calling?
Yeah, so I do tend to target. Obviously, the scripts are very different, but I do target the on the market. Either the ones that have just come on the market, I have a chat to them. The ones that have been on there for quite some time, as well as the investors that currently have tenants in there. So we don't ever leave anybody out, and it's always tweaked, but my investment health check, it works across the board. So it's very successful.
Yeah, that's excellent. So where would you say that your top 3 strategies are coming from that would be potentially bringing in 80% of the business? So if you're listing 100 properties a month, where would 80 of those properties come from? What would your top 3 areas be?
Definitely the calls. So the calls, of course, they're almost instant. So I get a majority from doing those calls, as well as our social media videos. They do, again, it's those information videos that do attract a lot of attention. But then you've got your just on market. So we do your luck is about to change letter, and that definitely brings in a lot of on the market properties. So those 3 would be the top 3 that would bring in the most business.
Yeah, that's cool. So well done on that. And Darren, you love your memes. A video is like a living meme. You're doing an education video, whereas 5 warnings for privately managing property you could have, or 5 warnings against, low fees, etc. Jess is actually doing that in a video.
Well, and let's just mention too for our audience, join our closed Facebook group. We've got a really good 14-day challenge. I think, Deniz, we've decided we're going to do 1 challenge a month. It's where for 14 days you got to do something. Our first one was you got to do a video, and so everybody was posting videos of themselves talking, increasing their confidence over 14 days. Everybody grew. At the moment, we're doing create a meme, and humorous memes, educational memes, high impact, inspirational, motivational memes, and how to create them on Canva. We're doing that challenge at the moment. Next month, I know, Deniz, you've got a great challenge there. So go to IGT Inner Circle members on our closed Facebook group. But Deniz, what's the absolute essential to get in?
They've got to answer the 3 questions.
If you don't answer the 3 questions, we cannot allow you in. So Please.
Go to Inspired Growth Training, the Facebook page, and click on the community button on the side, and then you'll see join group, and there's questions that pop up.
Yeah. All right. So in Brisbane, I've done a lot of work with agencies there doing business health checks. One particular agency comes to mind in Clayfield. I remember standing outside of the office, outside of the front door, and within rock throwing distance, there was like 5 competitors within 100 meters of the office. And in Queensland, it's well known there are 3 times more agents per square inch than anywhere that I've ever seen. So Jess, you've got a lot of competition, more than any other BDM in any other state. So how do you stand out from the pack? What are your 3 main points difference that you use to win the business?
I think, and you are definitely right. We've got an agency right next door to us, so we do have a lot of competition, and we really have to stand out. So I do tend to rely a lot on my social media presence, because that's where a lot of investors are looking initially. A lot of that really does help draw that attention to us, but you've got to back that up once they've called you. So we do a new business proposal plan. So instead of your standard listing kit, which every agency everywhere is doing, I will do up a personalised proposal plan, obviously listing everything that we do as an agency, what my property management team do for you once it's handed over, what our marketing looks like, standard, those extra things that are in a marketing listing kit, but we will also put in what your entry condition report will look like, what your exit condition report will look like, what your routine inspections will look like. We do photos, etc. So they get a full copy of exactly what, it's not me just saying we're amazing, we do this, this and this. It's here's the proof of what we do. I don't need to say anymore, this is what we do. And I also will print out a copy of what a first month statement will look like. So then I can go through that with them, because especially if a first time investor comes on board, it's a little bit too much for them to wrap their head around. So having that statement there, and I can say to them, this is how it looks like and this is how you read it, it takes that stress away from them, and then they don't have that financial panic. So they're fully aware of what everything looks like. We're very transparent here as well. So we use a Property Me over here, and that's incredibly transparent for owners. So I give them some screenshots of what that looks like for the owner portal, and it really helps comfort them almost. So while it's a comforting thing, it's also a point of difference, because from the get-go, I'm not necessarily trying to win them over. I'm trying to make them comfortable with their decision, and I'm trying to show them that I genuinely care about them, their property, and their new tenant. So it gives them a lot more comfort, and they just feel happy and settled. So I usually walk out of the door with the listing, and that is going against a number of agencies over here. So, and especially our low, we do have a lot of, I'm not sure if you know the Queensland market too much, but there's a lot of low paying fees over here. So a lot of agencies don't charge a great deal, and their management fees are so low. So you're up against hundreds of agencies, but also your 5%ers. So
and 5%, 4%, and down, down goes the discounting cycle and the race to the bottom. So Jess, quick question to you. You're in a listing presentation. The owner says to you, if you can match your management fee with the other 5% agency down the road, how do you respond to that so you walk out with your full management fee?
So I think, especially with that proposal that we do, it proves our worth straight up. So the only times I've ever had to deal with those sorts of questions are the ones that are, say, long-term investors that are coming from a lower management fee than what we charge, but they do see our worth initially. So I do explain it to them that this is your this is your investment property. This is worth a lot of money to you and can down the track create some really good wealth for you if done properly. And that's what we're here for. We're here as a wealth investment expert. So we want the most out of our clients and out of their property. So I think once they realise that we're here as their best interest, it takes away that, oh, they're charging this, they're charging that, and they don't tend to question then our fees because they know, this girl knows what she's doing. Let's put our trust in her, and they thankfully have never lived to regret that decision. So it has to be good.
Yeah, you're certainly showing them your worth. And I mean, Darren, it's like, airlines. You've always thought that Virgin was cheaper than Qantas. Darren and I have always had this argument. Darren has now come over to Qantas, and do you even care if there is a difference in price when your check-in service is so much better, the lounge is so much better, the food is given to you on the plane, etc. Like they are another level above, and you don't care. But in actual fact, it's actually the same price, but you're getting a better service, so you don't actually question anything. When it comes to an airline, etc., and your safety and etc., when and look, you can tell that you genuinely care about the client. You're not in there doing a sale. You're actually educating them at your presentation, and I love that.
I'd like to say, Jess, as well, you interjected that this is likely the greatest asset that you have. You shouldn't be looking for the cheapest agent to manage your greatest asset. So you're really pulling them into reality with that statement, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very good education. So, Jess, what are some of the key performance indicators, the KPIs that you've got in place to get more managements, get more leads, etc.? Like, what's some examples?
So in terms of, we do tend to, we sit down every month, Prue and myself, and we do go through our marketing, what we're going to be doing for that month. So we've got a year set out, but we go through a month. So we go really focused month by month. And it gives us an idea of what, one, we're putting money into to put out there, but what sort of numbers we're going to get from that, and if it's worth, one, increasing or changing or tweaking. So having that control over, one, what sort of numbers we want to hit for that month. So for me, I'm wanting to hit 30 per month. So I need to work out exactly where all that is going to come from. So is it coming from my social media? Is it coming from my mail ads? Is it coming from my letterbox drops? So we don't just send these things out, we really monitor everything we're doing. And we use Inspect Real Estate, the BDM side, which is amazing in terms of keeping track of those things. And we've got everything set up where we can put in there exactly where these people have come from, and it's a really good way to keep track of our numbers, but keep track of what our marketing's doing out there in the marketplace. So that was a slight plug for Inspect Real Estate.
Well, I'm just going to say, guys, we love Inspect Real Estate. So go to inspectrealestate.com.au. They have a great CRM made just for property management called IRE BDM. But of course, you've got online bookings, all of that. They're really big now in Australia, New Zealand. They're just now breaking some ground in England, we hear as well. So, check it out. Not sure they're in the USA yet, but I hope they have their plans there at some stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've actually got a whole session dedicated to IRE BDM that I did with James from IRE. So, I mean, look, some of the KPIs you've set: social media, video, letterbox drops, calls, marketing, that's just 5. And your follow-up calls as well, which is really good. And then there's the newsletters that IRE BDM have got for you as well. So there's 7 KPIs that you've just rattled off in a short period of time.
Deniz, having said that, and I haven't spoken to you about this, but we've got to record next week or the week after 20 BDM tasks. Now, you did cover that at the conference, but we are now going to be doing an Inject Growth series. It's actually session 32. I reckon that's probably going to take you about an hour and a half to record. So just for our subscribers out there, that will be placed into our Inject Growth series library. We've already got around about 32 hours already recorded of all different types of growth strategies that you can be doing already that Jess is doing. If you're interested in that, go to inspiredgrowthtraining.com and just go to become a member. You got some information there. Also, our PM video library, our Inject Growth series, you'll find it on there. Have a look and get in contact with us if you want to be getting access to that online training as well.
Yeah, Darren, I think I covered 30 at the conference, but
yeah, and we've got to talk. It's got to make sure we don't blow it out of the water, but there is so much information in that. And I know, Jess, for you, your KPIs would have made a real big difference, because a KPI, certainly from what I see, Deniz, allows you as a coach to go, okay, here is the 20 tasks you have to be doing. Have you been calling those owners off the applications? You were supposed to do this. How many prospecting calls have you done? And so when you know exactly what you need to be doing and how many of them being done, you can then control and know exactly what your results are going to be once you know your numbers. I think it's great.
Yeah, it is. To simplify things, if I get a BDM that says I've got no listings, you go back a month and look at what they did the month before. Oh, you didn't do this. Oh, you didn't call those home the open sheets. Oh, you didn't do this. Okay, well, let's work out. Let me see. Why didn't you list anything this month?
What you do is what you get. All right. What you do, what action you do, determines your results. So, anyway, Deniz, I'm sorry, you've got one more question there before it goes to me.
Oh, have I? What's your next growth goal? What is your next growth goal, Jess? I mean, you've shared with us all that you want to hit that 30. So, but what's a goal what is your goal? So 30 a month, which is quite phenomenal. That's
Correct.
That's beating my record of So I would love to train somebody that beats that. So well done. Bring it on. I'd love that.
All right,
well,
Jess.
you did say I was competitive, so I want 30 a month every month.
You're very competitive, yes, and I really, I think, knowing you, partly socially as well, I know you really smash it out in the gym regularly. You're a very busy lady. You've got your family, you've got your 2 boys. We know that you're very, very busy. But last question, and I want to see you do this one day. Now, just imagine you're on stage, you're speaking at the Inspired Growth Conference. You've got, 100 business owners, 100 BDMs in the room before you, and you've only got to speak for 1 minute. What's the most important thing that you would say to them in that 1 minute from the stage?
I think the most important thing would be to believe in your worth. As a BDM, we're a sales agent, and that's how we're getting everything across. And we're putting out this fantastic marketing, we're putting out these videos, and we're doing all these amazing things that are making us the expert. But if we don't actually believe in our worth as a business development manager, how can our landlords believe in us as the expert? So I think we really need to pay attention to ourselves, and we know what's right, we know what works in our marketplace. Just do it. Just whatever wall is there, just break it down, get out there and do it. Believe in your worth, and those listings will come in. You won't know what to do with yourself. As soon as that worth is there, everyone around you will believe in you, and those investors will see you as an expert, and your boss is going to have to then put on more staff because you are going to be flat out. So
wow, that's really good. So yeah, if you believe and with enthusiasm, you know your worth, you believe it, your prospective client will too. So well done, Jess. I think that was a fantastic interview. Really thank you for your time. Deniz, again, another one of our gems to add into the library. And we are looking at putting, we will be making sure this is going to be podcasted too on a proper channel too very soon. So all very good. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. And
well done, Jess. Very proud of what you're doing in breaking, those waves and records in the industry. It's awesome. Look, you don't seem you continue to amaze me. I mean, I just love the passion that's coming out, just how you spoke about your worth there. It is so important as a real estate agent and in personal life as well. So well done.
Yes, you were on 10 properties a month at best without coaching. Now with coaching, you're at 25 to 30. And I know that you're still not at your full potential yet. You're not firing on full cylinders. You're not using both barrels. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next level. And we're just going to be cheering you on the other side. Okay. But thank you so much for your time, guys. Let's wrap this up.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you.